Hello and welcome back to Thunder Tier 1 an overview. This is part 2 here, primarily going to be focused on gameplay. I shall run through the 2 tutorials that there are and then show off the first campaign mission as well as some of the different features. I know a few people have had trouble with trying to find like the different camera modes that there are and how to change the dead zone on it and how the scopes work. So anyway, we'll start here by quite literally just jumping into basic training.
Welcome to Basic Training, Operator. Let's get you ready for field operations. Before you rush in head first, take the time to examine your surroundings.
So here, as you can see, it's just running you through the basic camera controls. You can rotate with mouse wheel or Q and E. You can click mouse wheel to do some quick jumps, as well as zoom in and out by scrolling your mouse wheel. Then the alternate mode is caps lock here. And basically,
approach the start of the obstacle course.
The caps lock camera mode here makes it so that when you turn your mouse and you hit the limits of your dead zone, the camera turns with your mouse. Obviously, this could be quite useful for closer areas or, you know, just trying to want to keep your camera where you're aiming. Now, the dead zone settings for this can be changed in your settings underneath controls. I have mine set to 6 and 9, but you can set them to whatever. The larger the percentage, the bigger the area you can move your mouse before the camera will turn with your mouse.
Now move between those barriers.
Just follow the basic controls here, WASD,
We're
standard
just
controls.
getting started. Crawl through that tunnel.
You can swap between the camera modes at any time as well, just by hitting caps.
Vault over those
And you can
hurdles.
still rotate the camera with Q and E
Again, come on.
whilst
keep it
in the
moving.
caps lock mode. Holding spacebar here will allow you to
Climb that
mantle
wall,
over some
operator. Up and over.
obstacles and some walls.
Get up that ladder.
F is your standard interaction key for the game.
Sprint
See,
to the finish
you
line.
can
Now's not the
Turn
time
the
to
camera
dawdle.
if you want to, or you can lock and shift sprint.
One last ladder
Standard
to go.
once again.
Not bad. But what about your operational skills? We've left you a weapon. Pick it up. Move in and arrest the target.
V or Victor
Thunder prefers
is
to
your
capture, not kill.
melee button. Control is how you shout at enemies.
Good work. Proceed to the firing range for the next
Hands
part
up.
of your training.
Stuff like that, and that'll get them so that you can potentially get them to surrender, so you can restrain them.
You're going to need some
This will be
ammo.
how you also
Pick up the
restrain
magazine on the table.
HVTs as well.
Move into the square painted on the ground.
X here
Let's see what you can do.
changes
Take
your
those 3
fire mode,
targets down.
and then obviously, so you can hip fire in the game by clicking. Somewhat inaccurate
Nice
for the first
shooting.
shot
Before
when you
move
pull it
on,
up.
take some more ammo from the crate.
But you can aim as well.
Now
You
reload your
double
weapon.
click here just to throw some magazines in.
Good. Move
You,
on to the next firing range for something a little
So
more
R
advanced.
is to reload. Double tap R will perform a quick reload where you will drop the magazine on the floor, as you can see there.
In a
You
firefight,
can change your
won't
aim
last long in the
between
open. Get into cover
toggle
behind that
and
crate.
hold aim, as well as your sprint. I have mine on toggle.
Now take out the
But
2
each to their
standing
own.
targets.
Spacebar to get into cover behind objects, as it says here.
Now move over to the low wall and use that as cover. Shoot the last 2 targets. Good, but don't get cocky. 1 more firing range to go. See that wooden fence? Shoot through soft cover like this to take out the target behind. There's more ammunition in the crate if you need it. Fire when ready. Excellent. You're now a certified marksman.
There you go.
Time
Obviously,
for weapons with a little more oomph.
crouching will just give you a little bit more stability, but obviously will change where your person is aiming from. So you might collide with, say, the railing here, as you can see by that X that appears down in front of the character.
Pick up the grenades on the table. If you run out, there are more in the crate.
Rather than just trying to press F, I've
Now
opened up
equip
the
a
inventory
grenade.
using tab here, just to use the items in vicinity, just to double click to quick move them into my inventory here. Drag one into the grenade
Move
slot,
into
or you
position
can
in the
hold
square.
3 and select between different grenades that you have.
Throw grenades through the openings in the building to take
Simple.
out the targets hidden
Aim
within.
and throw. Your grenade can collide with
Target
bits of wall in
cleared.
front of your character
Move
if
to
you're
the
not
next room
careful.
to begin learning about equipment. Breaking locks is noisy. Pick up a lockpick to learn a subtler method.
So here you go. This is bringing you
Use
onto
the lockpick
equipment
on the
here.
door to pick the lock.
Simple, equip the lockpick.
Nicely done.
Hold, and then you can open the door
and proceed to the next
with
room.
ease.
This door has no lock to pick or break. You will have to blow it open.
Pretty sure this
Take a
box
demo charge from the crate.
just has an extra demo charge
Place
in
the
it
charge
here.
on the door and get clear of the blast radius.
Slap the M112 charge on the door.
That did the job. Move on to the next room for the final gadget. Place the camera under the door. Look through the camera to spot the guards without revealing your position.
There you go.
Proceed on through. No need to worry about these two. Just a couple of recruits hoping to get extra credit. Congratulations, operator. Your basic training is now complete. If you're ready for something more advanced, try
And there
the
you
command
go.
training
There's the
course.
basics for you there. Took 5 minutes just to run through that basic training. Obviously, it goes over everything you need to know just to start getting in there and actually fighting people. So you could easily hop into the campaign or the multiplayer or co-op if you so wanted. Right now, you've learned all the basics that you really need for the game, and practice will just come from being inside the actual zone itself and fighting others. We will cover command training now, just real quick.
To begin learning how to command your squad, just step through the doors ahead.
So, welcome to command training.
Thunder is a team. You won't get far if you cannot coordinate your efforts. Let's start with the basics. Order
All your
squad to move
commands
over to the
to do
firing
with
range.
your team
Now order them to take out the targets.
is to do with Alt. You hold Alt, it will slow down time in single player. And you can choose the different orders you wish to give to your entire team
Copy that.
by not holding on
Destroy that target. Roger that. Roger
over
that.
one single AI itself.
Take that out.
And you can just alt click on targets for them to open fire.
You can also issue individual orders. Order just one operator into the hut across the courtyard.
We're going to send Hat-Trick just by putting our cursor on him, holding Alt, and then dragging it to where we want him to move,
Go.
and releasing.
Copy.
Injuries are a reality of the battlefield.
Unfortunately,
Order another squad member to help
Hat-Trick
the
has gone
injured
down. You
operator.
can just hold Alt on him and tell people, or tap Alt on him, sorry, and tell someone to go and heal him. It will just choose a random character though. You can also drag and tell a specific AI to go and heal the other soldier.
Good. Now get them off the field. Order the injured soldier to evac.
Gonna get Hat-Trick, tell him to board,
Copy that.
and he's just gonna run over and hop in the back seat.
Switch to the UAV to gain a tactical overview of the area.
So,
From the UAV,
This
order
is
your
the UAV.
squad to move to the next checkpoint.
just before I move the soldiers, which you can easily command your team from using the UAV, there is also FLIR for the UAV, or FLIR, and you can toggle this on by pressing N by default. It tells you on the right side of the screen there, you can see. So if you hover over a character, you can left click and it'll track and basically show you from their perspective and like what enemies they can see. You can then page up and page down to just swap between targets that you can track. Space to center the view on you. Or you can just right click just to toggle back out of that tracking mode. And then you can also in the UAV, right click to give you a free cursor. And that way you can more easily tell people to move to certain places without moving the entire camera as well.
Repositioning. Repositioning. Move. Copy.
Let's see how you do in combat. Use what you've learned to repel the enemy attack.
Copy that. Visual. Get to cover. Copy that. Watch and wait. Copy. Get to cover. Taking cover.
See, The soldiers are still on open fire,
Not
so they
bad.
see the targets
Exit
and they
the
will
UAV.
engage them.
You need
Just
to
press M
rendezvous with the
again
squad. Begin moving down the
to
corridor
exit the
to your
UAV.
right. Before you can meet up, there are a few doors in the way. Order the squad to move to the next room.
Move. Roger.
Order one of your squad mates to pick up the lockpick.
Pick that up. Copy that.
Now order them to unlock the door.
So just rotate the camera
Pick that lock.
and tell them to pick it.
Affirmative.
Good. The next door will need to be breached. There's a charge on the table.
Out. Copy.
We just get Clobber to do this again.
Pick that up. Affirmative.
We just get Rascal just to
Order
move out of
them
the
to
way
set the
ever so
charge.
slightly.
Set charges and breach. Copy. Go. Affirmative.
To unlock your path, they'll need to short the power to the door. Order them to destroy the electrics.
Roger.
Get both of them to
Move
move
out.
in there.
Roger. Roger.
And once
that.
they're in the middle of the room, we'll just get them to target this
Destroy that
electrical
target.
box so I can
Copy
get in
that.
the next room.
Sorry, we can't
Nice
let
and
you out
easy.
just yet. Grab the hostage in that side room and we will let you through. Finally,
So this is how
go
you
meet up with
escort
the rest of the
hostages.
squad.
Simple grab.
Now
You can
you're
still
back
use your
together.
weapons.
Hand the hostage over to a squad
You just
mate.
have less accuracy when doing so. So now we'll get
We're
Clobber.
on
Send the escorting squad mate to the extraction room at the side. No one else can go in with them.
And we'll just get Rascal
For
to
the last part
regroup
of
on
your
me.
training, let's see how you two do in the kill house. Move into the armory to gear up.
Take the AKM.
Grab whichever weapon you would prefer. Pick up the correct ammo from the crate and make sure you have some rounds loaded.
I'm just gonna take these AK mags real quick. Make
You are
sure
ready
I'm
to proceed to the
loaded.
kill house. Don't worry, it's just a name, and those are paint rounds.
You see, he's gonna walk into the grenade there because I didn't order him to do anything. He's still just following me. But I can order him to go, say, into that window.
Roger.
If you come out, I'll give you a
Reloading.
Anybody see them?
So I can order him just to move over in that general direction.
Come out, you bastard, come out.
I have a visual. Aim at target. Empty. Cover me.
Shit, oh,
We'll try and get him to actually
Move.
take out that person there.
Cannot comply.
Cannot comply. What you want, dude?
Hold position. Get to cover. Copy. Pin down.
He's pinned there. Can just shoot through the wall.
Looks like your squad mate has been wounded. Help them get on their feet.
So you can revive your squad mates as well.
I got you.
This goes for players and AI if you have down
They're
but not
badly
out
hurt.
state.
Search that fallen enemy for a med kit
Turn
and
it
equip
on.
it.
Looks clear.
You can search enemy bodies and loot them. You can literally take everything off them.
Now use the med kit to heal your squad mate.
So not only can you heal yourself, but you can heal squad mates using medkits. And you can
Now
even order your
that's what
squad
I
mates
call
to heal
teamwork.
you as well if you are
Excellent
injured
work,
also.
operator. You're now ready to command a unit in the field. Good luck and make us proud.
There you go. Not the best performance through that kill house, but it worked nonetheless. So now we'll jump back to the main menu and we will load a single mission. We'll just load this first mission here just to show
Thunder
you
One, our
some of
mission
the
is to put a
settings.
stop to the rising terrorist activity within
So,
this country's borders.
We're going to go
To that
daytime
end, we've identified a terrorist
just so
stronghold on
visually
the
it's a
outskirts
little
of Zikonye.
easier to
We
see,
have reason
but
to
we are
believe
going to go
that
in
during
a
recent
storm
visit, a
just to show off
high-ranking
the
member
storm.
of their organisation
Going to play this
left
on
behind
realism.
instructions for new recruits.
So enemy
These
reveal,
instructions contain
have it by your
vital
teammates.
information about their plans. We need you to
just so if
infiltrate
they
the
can see
compound,
people,
neutralise all
I should be able to see
hostiles,
their
secure the
outlines so I know
evidence,
where
and
they are.
evacuate the area.
roughly,
Your
even if I
insertion
don't know their
point is on
full
the road
thing.
outside the compound.
And then enemy reveal
forces on
UAV.
site are
So on the
inexperienced,
UAV,
but
when
they
you're
know
using
enough
it,
to be on
I'm
their
going to have it
guard, so
always
proceed with
visible.
caution.
And
The evidence
I'm going
we're
to have
after
thermal
is somewhere in the
penetration
main
enabled.
house.
This means that when I'm
Once
using the
hostiles have been
UAV, I'll be able to
neutralised and
see
the evidence
everyone
recovered,
always. It's
return to the
UAV above
roadside
them.
gate for
I
extraction.
just think it works better that way and makes a little bit more
Thunder
sense.
1.
We're not going to go lone wolf. We are going to go down but not out
activity
enabled.
within this
We're
country's
not
borders.
going to have
To that
together
end,
or not at all
we've
turned on.
identified a terrorist
That means just in
stronghold on
case
the
one of the AI
outskirts of
die,
Kiev. We have reason to believe
I'll be
that
able to
during
carry
a recent
on.
visit, a high-ranking
Now,
member of their
the briefing for this mission: eliminate all threats and find evidence connecting the terrorist to Marco. As you can see, we insert here. We have to kill people in the barn and the main house and find the intel somewhere in the compound, and then once we have done that, we extract back outside the main gate. Now, I'm going to go into gear up. But before we do that, just going
Thunder
to
1.
set the point
Our
limit
mission is to put
to the wrong side.
Thunder
There we
1.
go. So
Our mission is
loadout
to
point
put a
limit, we're going to
stop
set it
the
to
rising
40.
terrorist-
That allows me to have this full, heavily kitted loadout if I wish. However, for this mission, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go slightly easier. Have unlocked some new trousers. That's always nice. Going to go be pants tucked, though, for now. So what we're going to do, just going to strip this loadout off real quick. And we're going to start from scratch. So, don't use my sidearm a ton, but I am going to bring a P226, suppressed, flashlight, and normal ammo. And then I'm going to bring an AKM as my main weapon. I'm going to bring it suppressed. I'm going to bring it with a red laser rather than an IR laser. Have the PKA on the weapon. This just increases its accuracy slightly for a slight reduction in handling. And ammo-wise, we are going to bring normal ammo rather than AP ammo, just because in playing this mission before, I know that the targets are slightly less armoured. Now, we're going to go with a small vest. We don't need a ton of ammo or anything for this mission. So if we go a smaller, lighter vest, we will get some more manoeuvrability, some more mobility, some more dexterity. And this just makes life a little easier for us. Now, you can just wear a different t-shirt that also has pockets in it, and you might not even need to bring a vest. Which, actually, we will do that just to show that off real quick. So we can set this vest to nothing, and we still have ammo in our pockets. Now, we can also get rid of the backpack and just go kind of lightweight, fast. We could even change the armor if we so wished. So we can make it, take this armor here, give us a slight bit more mobility and everything as well. As for face gear, we don't really need anything on because we're not using smoke grenades, so we don't need a gas mask. Not using flashbangs, so we don't need sunglasses or anything like that to help reduce the effect there. Not that they do much, but I've been told that they do. It's not nighttime, don't need night vision, so we can leave them off. Gonna keep some headgear though, and the earpiece. We're keeping the elbow pads, the gloves, and the knee pads here, just because they apparently do some micro stat increases as per their description. Now we've got AK, we've got some spare mags for it. We'll bring 2 spare mags for the P226 as well. So we're not overly heavy, but we're not overly light either. We've got 1 medkit with us as well. So that is going to be the loadout we are going to run with for this mission. Now, as for the rest of the team, you're going to have another one with an AK. Doesn't need quite that many mags. And we're actually going to make him have the same loadout as us. So, click this drop down here. And he can use my gear. Now he goes the exact same as me. I can change the headgear. We'll give him a boonie hat. He doesn't really need it. He can have a bandana on him as well. We'll make him have heavier armor just because why not? And we'll just leave the rest the same there. Now onto Rascal. Here we're going to leave him with the Car 15 here. leave him with the same stuff. We could go through and edit his entire loadout if we so wished, but I quite like what he's got, so I'm going to leave it there. And then we come along to Hat Trick here. Usually has an SMG, but I'm going to change that. I'm going to make him bring an M249, going to suppress it, and we are going to put a closer range scope on that. Going to give him a normal laser, and we're going to make him take the 200 round belts. So because he's got the 200 round belts, we're going to need to change his vest to one that has some more 2x2 slots. So this one here has 2, so we'll let him have that. Here's an M1911 as sidearm. We're going to leave that as is. Going to make him bring a couple of stun grenades, however. There. Going to change him from a long jacket to a t-shirt, as he doesn't really need the long jacket there. We are going to make him wear a helmet. Going to give him a little earpiece as well. Going to make him bring the biggest armor. Just if he sustained fire, we don't want him getting shot quite as easily. Or if he does get shot, we don't want him going down quite as easily. He has more chance of tanking a round there. So we're going to stick with these as is. He doesn't really need to change anything else. The difference between the BDU pants and the BDU pants tucked is purely cosmetic there. Camo-wise, I think he's okay. And then this is going to be our team. Right here. I see some less armoured, some more armoured. But hopefully that will be okay. And we're going to start. So, this is the area of operation. We will spawn out here.
This is Zeus. Radio check and sit rep. Over.
That will be our extraction.
Roger that, Thunder
That is the first house.
Mission update follows.
That's the second house.
Confirm presence of at least 10 tangos inside Alpha and Bravo. Zeus out.
We can turn on thermals. Because of those settings we set earlier, with the thermal penetration enabled and the UAV always able to spot enemies, we can see what we are going to encounter. Now, we can see there's 3 enemies inside Bravo. Got some out in the courtyard, some that patrol around the back and the front of the house, and lots inside the house. Obviously, because we've just got thermal penetration through the top of the house, we don't know which floor most of those guys are on, because in the briefing it did say that there was a basement to the main house. But anyway, we'll stand by for insertion. We will enter. So welcome to the world of Thunder Tier 1. Now, for the moment, everyone is going to be following me.
You are weapons free. Proceed with caution. Zeus out.
And we can make our way up. That's the situation. Now, I'm just going to push this gate open using my body, assuming the AI moves out of the way, which he's not going to. That's at least enough for them to move in. Now, we can try and make it so that hopefully we can get Hat Trick. Hopefully take cover whilst stealthed. They are on hold fire currently, which is good. Hopefully he does not. Hopefully no one opens fire before I get there.
Roger.
I'm gonna get Clobber. That might be a bit too close. Get him to take cover there. They should hopefully not get detected and stay put where they are.
I have a visual.
Now, I'm going to move around the outside of this house. I'm going to try and keep this as stealthy as possible to begin with. So, you should be able to focus target.
Affirmative. Watch and wait. Affirmative. Focus fire. Roger that.
Looks like the people inside may have heard me. They're a little bit agitated inside Bravo there. You can just slowly move around the outside here. Guy moving towards me, so we're going to start quick. Now, not fully alerted. They have a suspicion we're here. But no one is actually fully charging us, trying to find out where we are located. So we have the two guys still patrolling around back and everyone's still in there. So now there's two doorways into this building. Objective Bravo, and luckily the windows on this house are boarded up. So, what we will do is we will get Clobber to just move in there, and I'm going to enter through the back door and try and get them also. Before we move them inside. You get just I was slightly late into Bravo there, so Clobber is unfortunately dead. You can see the game is fairly unforgiving. Now, he did have the AK, so I could take his spare mag here. Like that. But what we will do, although we don't actually have to, just for being a good teammate, gonna take his body and leave it back outside the gate where the extraction will be. Now, I'm gonna get these other guys to regroup and hold fire once again. We're going to move it around the left side of this house. I'm going to change the camera mode here so I can kind of pre-aim around the back.
What was that noise? Enemy down. This is Thunder 1. No visual on the targets. Out.
There we go. So there is a back window which we have been seen through. So if you hover over an enemy's red outline, if you see them through a window, then you can, your guy will target them rather than the roof. So. We can just throw grenades through the window. Also, you've got to be careful. Sometimes they will bounce back like that if you accidentally hit a bit of the window frame or whatever. So just make sure it goes green before you throw it, or you'll get issues like that. Now, what we can do is get a hat trick to just move here and hopefully cover the bottom of those stairs. Now, they said the ground floor is clear. I don't believe it, so I'm going to hop in through this window. And we're just going to clear it and make sure. So we are clear inside. Now, you just jump back out of the window, assuming Rascal moves. So we're just going to get Rascal to just hold there real quick. And we are going to move down the steps. Now, I am out of grenades here. And Hat-Trick decided to jump inside. Not really sure why. But what we will do get Rascal to just cover over the top there. If he will go the direction we need to. So as you can see, kind of the roof decays as we get a bit closer to entering, so we can actually see in. You can see the footsteps as they flop about the place. And then we are clear here for this mission. And now we have to search for intel. There's some lockers you can search. See, that locker does not have any intel in there. So, another locker in here that we shall also search. Also does not contain the intel. so I might have to skip to where I find the actual intel.
One eternity later.
There we go. There is the intel there.
Intel documents have been retrieved. Over.
So we just grab them into our inventory. If I go down, people might need to take them back off of my body.
Fuse out.
Just going to get our team to regroup. We can check the UAV if we wish. Based on our settings, we would be able to see if there were any more enemies coming in. As you can see, there is not at this current time. So we're just going to run out to the evac zone. We've put Clobber's body. I did not mean to search his body. We'll pick it up just for good measure. We will sit and wait
Copy that, Thunder 1.
and extract.
Have a safe trip home. Fuse out.
And that is the first mission done. Not the best, not the worst. Kind of got stealthy a little bit at the beginning, but not a ton. It's quite a fatal funnel down into the basement there. But there you go. There is some basic gameplay of the story mode mission there that can be played either solo, with AI, or co-op. Showing you some of the basics and some of the gameplay within the game itself. One of the campaign missions. Campaign missions get harder, they're replayable, you can change the day and night settings of them, you could go lone wolf, you could go with like player teammates, you can replay the training whenever you like, you can customize your person within whatever you've unlocked, you can go crazy, you can save them as presets, you can make wacky colours and all that sort of stuff. But I hope you guys have enjoyed what you've seen today. I will start the realism campaign that I will play through and upload shortly. But until then, thank you everyone who has sat around and watched this. I hope it's been good for you, and I hope it has given you an insight into the game itself. And if you want to catch any live gameplay, I will stream some more this coming week, and I'll try and stream some most weeks. You can catch me over at twitch.tv/English_devil. That's devil with 2 eyes. Same as the channel here. I will also put a link down in the description. Thank you so much, everyone, and I hope you have a good day.